Quizzy Wizzy! Today we're going to talk about rare natural phenomena.
Subscribe!
What is the name of the hot soup that flies out of a volcano? Lava or magma? Answer: lava. Lava is quite an adventure. Imagine that a volcano is a huge pot where the earth is cooking up some fiery porridge. As long as this mixture sits inside, it's called magma. But as soon as it breaks free and starts ruining everyone's mood, it becomes lava. It's so hot that it would toast your bread in a split second, but you better not get close. It flows slowly but surely, like a lazy cat moving toward its food bowl. If lava were a person, it would definitely wear sunglasses and say, "Out of the way, I'm way too hot for this party." What do you call the earth sneezing with a fountain of hot water? Geyser or spring? Correct answer: geyser. A geyser is when our planet decides it's time to take a shower, but forgets to turn off the boiling water. Imagine that so much steam has built up deep underground that the earth simply can't help itself and lets out a huge achoo! The water shoots up so high it could wash windows on the 10th floor if there were any. Geysers are very punctual, folks. Some of them go off like an alarm clock, as if they're afraid of being late for work at their underground office. It's like a giant water gun, just without a trigger, and with a very hot temper. What do you call a tornado that spins right over the sea? Tsunami or water spout? The answer is water spout. A water spout looks as if the clouds suddenly decided to drink lemonade straight from the ocean through a giant straw. It's a real dancing pillar of water that twists and turns, trying to confuse all the fish around. Despite its menacing look, most of these spouts are quite peaceful, unless you decide to sail through them on a rubber ducky. If the ocean had a vacuum cleaner, this is exactly what it would look like: noisy, wet, and completely out of control. Fish caught in such a vortex probably feel like they're in a very fast and free washing machine. What are the multicolored lights in the night sky at the poles called? Summer lightning or aurora? Correct choice: aurora. The aurora is the coolest disco in the universe that we forgot to get an invite to. The sun sends tiny invisible particles toward Earth, and our atmosphere meets them so joyfully that the sky starts glowing green, pink, and purple. It looks as if someone spilled neon paint in the sky or decided to wave a giant glowing scarf. If you see this, just know it's the planet showing off its new outfit. It's just a pity that the music at this party is so quiet that only polar bears can hear it. And even they are probably just pretending. What is it called when the moon completely covers the sun? Lunar eclipse or solar eclipse? The answer we're looking for? Solar eclipse. A solar eclipse is when the moon decides she's the main star here and shamelessly steps right in front of the sun. In the middle of a bright day, it suddenly gets dark. Birds go to bed early, and people run around with dark glasses like spies on a mission. It's like your little brother blocking the TV during the best part of a cartoon. The moon acts like she's saying to the sun, "Hey, move over. Let me pose for Instagram too." It doesn't last long, because the sun is a serious guy and quickly asks the moon to clear the way. What do you call a rare lightning bolt in the shape of a glowing ball? Ball lightning or St. Elmo's fire? The correct one is ball lightning. Ball lightning is the weirdest guess you can imagine. Instead of striking the ground and disappearing, this lightning curls up into a glowing ball and starts flying back and forth like a lost drone. It can peek through your window or fly through a wall. And it does so completely silently, like a ninja. Scientists are still scratching their heads trying to figure out how this electric bun works. It looks like a tiny pet sun. But petting it is a pretty bad idea unless you want a hairstyle like a crazy dandelion. What are the stones called that crawl across a dry lake bed on their own? Meteorites or sailing stones? Right answer. Sailing stones. Sailing stones are the world champions of the game. Red light, green light. In Death Valley, huge boulders manage to crawl for meters, leaving long tracks in the sand behind them. The funniest part is that nobody has ever actually seen them do it. They probably only move when no one is looking, like toys coming to life in cartoons. In reality, thin ice and wind help them out. But we prefer to think they just have important business on the other side of the desert. Real tourist rocks that simply got bored with their view. What do you call clouds that look like flying saucers? Cirrus clouds or lenticular clouds? Correct answer, lenticular clouds. Lenticular clouds are the best way to scare a neighbor who believes in aliens. They look like perfect smooth discs or a stack of giant pancakes hovering over a mountain. Unlike regular clouds, these don't blow away with the wind. They stay put as if parked in a sky-high parking lot. Airplane pilots try to stay miles away from them because the turbulence there is worse than a washing machine on spin cycle. It's as if nature decided to bake pancakes in the sky, but forgot to eat them, and they just stayed there, confusing everyone. What is the glow of the ocean at night called? Bioluminescence or phosphorescence? Correct choice, bioluminescence. Bioluminescence is when the sea decides it's bored of just being blue and turns on millions of tiny night lights. There are microscopic creatures living in the water that start glowing bright blue if someone disturbs them. As a result, every wave turns into a laser show. It's like dropping a bag of glow sticks into the water. If you decide to take a swim in such a sea, you'll glow like a real movie superhero, just without the special effects or the expensive suit. Fish in this water probably feel like they're at a never-ending neon party. What is a rare rainbow called that looks like a flame in the clouds? Fire rainbow or halo? The answer is fire rainbow. A fire rainbow is a rare case where a rainbow decided to drop out of rain school and become a stuntman instead. It doesn't bend into an arc. It hangs in the sky like a bright, multicolored flame smeared across cirrus clouds. For it to appear, ice crystals in the sky must line up in a perfect queue, like kids in a cafeteria line. It looks so cool, you might think the sky caught fire with all the colors of the rainbow at once. If you see this, make a wish. Most likely, nature just decided to throw you a personal fireworks show without all the extra noise. And now, the most difficult task. You need to find 7 differences between the left and the right pictures. Let's try to do it together. How many differences have you already found? How are you doing? Let me help you. First difference. In the left picture, there is a flower. But in the right picture, there isn't one. Second difference. In the bottom right corner of the left picture, there are 2 flowers. But in the right picture, there is only 1 flower. Third difference. In the left picture, there is a balloon. But in the right picture, there is a sun. Fourth difference. The boots in the left picture are yellow. But in the right picture, they are blue. Fifth difference. In the left picture, there is a cloud. But in the right picture, there isn't one. Sixth difference. In the left picture, the hat has no bell and the girl has pink hair. In the right picture, the hat has a bell and the girl has blue hair. Seventh difference. In the left picture, there is no chick, but in the right picture, there is a chick. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a like.